Hey guys, Mario from here, and you see, I'm just working on this dude's plug. He says he wants it done by 12, so I should probably hurry up. Oh well, I can always come back to it later and add, I don't know, a caterpillar or something. At least I can visit a courtroom. You see, I'm not a trained plumber. That was all a metaphor. And look at me, miss, I can English. But what I do is not finish that sentence. I said do. That's funny, right? I play video games, but how do I decide what game to play? Well, I take a game, look at the back, and if it doesn't have this logo on it, then BAM! Nintendo makes games, and the Nintendo Switch has games. There is a lot of good games on the Switch. Super Mario Odyssey and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, just to name two. But with every good Switch game, there's always like 15 that aren't ready yet, but Nintendo are like, oh, we haven't released anything in a while. Caterpillar playing golf, anyone? Thanks. But after playing this title, I can now confirm that Nintendo don't know what the word Super, Mario or Rush mean, but golf, oh yeah, they know that. These games are called the Finish It Later games. The games that Nintendo released that didn't have enough content in them, but Nintendo just said, oh yeah, Caterpillar to Mario Golf. People have some really strong opinions on this subject, because when I talk about the Ukraine situation when Ninja wasn't in Mario Golf at launch, oh no. But today I wanted to talk about games that fell victim to the Finish It Later approach, and also talk about just what I think about this subject. So, one search into Google and, oh man, Mario Golf Super Rush wasn't finished? I didn't ask. I personally didn't have a problem with Mario Golf Super Rush, but other people did. And listen, only 6 courses at launch with most of them being grass kinda sucked. And for how much the game costs, the amount of content just isn't worth it. It's a decent golf game, but look at this. This doesn't feel like Mario Golf, it just feels like golf with Mario characters. Because who looks at Bowser Jr. and thinks, oh yeah, that dude definitely plays golf? The previous Mario Golf titles had cool obstacles, but Mario Golf Super Rush? Oh yeah, single beetle, that'll do. But surely the other Mario sports games didn't fall victim to this, right? Take a guess. Mario Tennis Aces. I never really played too much of this game, but my god, I play tennis. But this game, it's a lot better than Mario Golf Super Rush. The new mechanics, the character roster was decent when the game released. But the game didn't have an intro movie when it released. Nintendo? You see, I always counter the argument that these games just aren't finished by saying, oh, the new content makes the players keep coming back to the game. And for most cases, I agree with the statement. And if you don't agree with this statement, then look who you're disagreeing with. The intro movies in Mario sports games are some of the greatest parts of the games. So the fact that Mario Tennis Aces didn't have one at launch, Nintendo, this doesn't make me want to come back to the game. This just makes me sad. Well, might as well finish the trilogy of Mario sports games that released before they were complete with Mario Strikers Battle League. You see, I haven't actually played this game, but it looks like more of the first two, which is great. There's only 10 characters. Come on, Nintendo. I'd ask, why is there only 10 characters in Mario Strikers Battle League? I'd ask, Nintendo, you suck, but at least you made Donkey Kong. Oh yeah, you made Donkey Kong, so you're a good company. I said the word come, that's funny. Yeah. I didn't ask. Mario Strikes Battle League only has 10 characters in the game so far. So far. Mario Strikes Battle League. This is especially notable now that you don't have specific characters that are only your teammates. Now the captains are also your teammates, and there is no characters that are specifically teammates. Listen, I'll make a bet with you. If they had Funky Kong, Diddy Kong, or Drybones, I'll buy the game. Like, I'll straight up buy the game. But now let's talk about another game series. Kirby. Not Kirby! Kirby Star Allies. You see, this game always perplexed me because everyone says it's really mediocre. But me? Yeah, we be playing on the Switch. Kirby Star Allies. Odyssey, it's PixelPowerGaming. Smash Bros. Mario Maker. You know who it is, it's PixelPowerGaming. Today was gonna be the day I was gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized that I was really bad at playing guitar. I don't believe that. This was my second ever Kirby game. My first being Kirby Fire Robobot, which was such an incredible game and one of the best games on the 3DS. So I was dying to see what this new game on the new console would have. This game got updated to add more Dream Friends and new modes, but I never had a problem with the base game. You see, I agree with the fact that the minigames outside the main game at launch were kind of mediocre, but there was still some fun to be had with them. You can beat me as many times as you want at Smash Bros, being Chop Champs your balls are mine, God Obama. I was honestly surprised when I saw Kirby Star Allies being bundled in with the Finish It Later games. Super Mario Party on the other hand, I just don't get it. So Super Mario Party came out and I always thought it was fine. I never really played this game too much as I always just preferred Mario Party 9. But for the only Mario Party game on the Switch at the time, this was possible. But then Superstars came out and just kind of deleted this game from existence. Mario Party Superstars just showed how slow and underwhelming Super Mario Party was. But that didn't stop Nintendo. If that's not going to stop them, then what will? Constipation? So when Super Mario Party released, it basically didn't have an online mode. But you could play just like 10 minigames online. But the whole 3 years after this game released, they made it so you could play the actual board game online. I was gonna make a joke about this, but that would just make me sad. This just sucks, plain and simple. Nobody's playing this game anymore, and nobody's gonna come back to the game just because there's an actual online mode now, which should have been in from the start. But what do I think of this topic? Well, if I'm being completely honest, I think people over-exaggerate the balls out of this topic. Yes, most of the things I did after launch should have been here from the start, but for some games like Mario Tennis Aces and Kirby Star Allies, I think these games had enough content at launch. But there are some Nintendo games that could have benefited from this subject, one of these being Rabbids Land on the Wii U. But unfortunately this game didn't get updates after launch, so for now... And that is some of Nintendo's Finish It Later games, and whilst I agree that some of these things that were added later just should have been here since launch, I think that the base games did have enough content for most of these cases. But there's still one more game we need to talk about, Nintendo Switch Sports. So let's knock the Switch on and see what all the fuss is about.